I was told I look like a youth pastor. Fuck you, lady, fuck you. A youth pastor if you had a cocaine problem. I was also told I looked like Nicolas Cage if he had a vitamin D deficiency. And then Irma had the best one. She said I look like Stephen Baldwin if he was from Paducah. Wow. I love this audience. Look around. This is a fun group. You guys are awesome. We have like every type of music here. Look around. We got young people. You guys like download your music. We got a lot of CDs and cassettes. Fucking 8-track is right there. And then holy shit, we got phonographs here. There he is. You can laugh louder. He can't hear you. We got millennials, a colonial. We're having a good time. So I do comedy everywhere. I just got back from a third world country. Yeah, Yuma, Arizona. Oh my God, have we been to this town? It's like the fucking Star Wars cantina down there. That is the only town that if you have all your teeth, they look at you like you're suspicious. So I got pulled over by the police department in Yuma. Cop walks up, and I'm gonna be honest, I was speeding and I totally lied. And the cop's like, why are you going so fast? And I was like, oh, my wife called. She said the house that we're staying in, the front window is broken, and she thinks a burglar's still inside. Swear to God, this cop goes, let's get this motherfucker. He makes me follow him to the house. I call the wife in a panic. I'm like, weird request. I need you to break out the front window. My poor son that was taking a nap got arrested for a felony. But I was doing comedy at their comedy club down there. It's called Giggles Comedy Spot. And they refer to this comedy club in Yuma, Arizona as the G-Spot for comedy. I told my wife I was going to the G-Spot, and she says, I'm just glad you finally found it. But I was not doing well. I was bombing pretty bad. And there was a guy in the front row in a wheelchair. I did so bad, he stood up and walked up to me. I just noticed this. You're wearing shorts in the front row, sir. I appreciate you. I'm on an elevated stage. I can see your ball sack, sir. Okay. Are you a Republican? It's hanging to the right. I'm just saying. He's hung like a horse. What do you call him, like Seabiscuit or some shit? My wife calls me Limp Biscuits. Who's got kids? Who's got the most kids? Anyone got more than 2, 3 kids? Right up front? Got 3? How many you got? They all point at you like you're a whore, man. 4 kids, you're drinking a margarita, someone's gonna be topless at a Waffle House later. 4 kids, that's too many kids. Anyone got a beat? 5 kids? What's your problems? You can't swallow? I have 2 teenage boys, 2 boys. Is this a young joke with young people? My son comes up to me the other day and he's like, Dad, who sings the song Radioactive? And I'm like, Imagine Dragons. And he goes, Imagine Dragons, these nuts across your face. What the fuck does that mean? Same kid, same conversation. He goes, Dad, when you die, do I get an inheritance? And I told him, yeah, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys, that check is gonna fucking bounce. Fuck that kid. And I don't get this with my teenage boys, like all they listen to is 1990s gangster rap music. Really? I don't get it. We live in Scottsdale, Arizona. They think they're the movie Boys in the Hood. It's more like Boys in the Gated Community. They're listening to NWA, I'm part of an HOA, it makes no sense. How gangster can you be if you're allergic to peanuts and gluten? peanut butter sandwich and my kid, he's fucking dead. My one son were at church the other day, and I guess he said his friend's mom won a $500 scratch-off lottery ticket. And in church, he goes, Dad, I want to start gambling. We're in church. I'm like, yeah, let's just start right now. I said, I bet you $100 that someone's phone goes off during service. He takes the bet. So I went to the bathroom and fucking called him. Again, fuck these kids. My one son, I took him to Disneyland. We're on that roller coaster that's in the dark. That's pretty great. But Space something, Space Mountain. So we're on Space Mountain. Mid-ride, we hear a 12-year-old girl screaming at the top of her lungs. And then we realized I was that 12-year-old. But guys, I look over, my son, mid-ride, is text messaging on his phone. Mid-ride. And then it made me realize how I'm going to die. I'm going to be on life support. And he's going to unplug me to charge that fucking phone. You got the sweetest face up front. Are you guys married or dating? Are you the 17-year couple? I can tell. You got the sweetest face. You look like after sex you make him a green bean casserole. Talking about my kids are gross. I'll just tell you. All my kids do is play video games and masturbate. That's all my kids do. I don't know why I pointed at you. They do. All they do is play video games and masturbate. Guys, we don't have a washcloth in the house that folds correctly. Last time I washed my face, I cut my fucking eyelid. And I know my one son has a masturbation problem. We bought him a Fitbit for his birthday. That motherfucker averages 75,000 steps a day. Disgusting. So 17 years, who's got a beat? Anyone over 20? 8-track? How long has been married? You just fucking this lady, getting hand jobs in the parking lot? 10 years, oh, okay. All right, fucking bigger dick right there. Oh, photographs like 23 years? Where's the wife? What, did you buy Girl Scout cookies from her? What the fuck? 23 years, like in a row? I was at a show, honest to God, guys, and there was a couple in the front row. They had said they had been married, what was it, around 73? They'd been married 73 years. And I asked the husband, I go, what's the secret to marriage? And he goes, communication and always understanding each other. I asked the wife the same question. She goes, no habla inglés. I just celebrated, my wife and I just celebrated 31 years. She's a teacher. She's been a teacher over 20 years. I was a corporate trainer for years. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, we got 31 years ago, and I married my high school sweetheart. Yeah, I was a teacher. She wanted the A, I'll give her the D. Just a joke. Just a joke, Karen. I was a youth pastor. I was a youth pastor. It's funny, man. When we were early on married, we'd have sex everywhere. Like one time we had sex on a putting green. Another time was in a tent. And then the most fun for us was actually inside a kayak. Now we're no longer allowed to get Dick's Sporting Goods. It's okay. The last comic was talking about choking during sex. Is that what I heard? So I'll just bring this up because this really happened. So I asked my wife to choke me during sex. And she said, absolutely not. And I was like, why? And she's like, I wouldn't know when to stop. What the fuck does that mean? All right, I'm going to get a little dirty. I promise it won't be too crude, but I think you guys can handle it, okay? So my wife and I have been together a long time, and I want to do an impression for you. This is an impression of my wife giving me my first hand job when I was 19 years old, all right? And I promise it won't be too crude. My first impression of my first hand job, 19 years old, from the wife. And I came, yeah. orgasm. My impression of my wife having an orgasm. Just kidding. I've never seen my wife have. So 20-some years, do you guys role play in the bedroom? Do you play like Al Pacino, say hello to my little friend? She stays awake. She stays awake? All right, I'll tell the jokes harder. You ever have shower sex? It's probably tough with the chair and the rails. Are you a veteran? Did you fight for the North or the South? Can I keep going? This is fun. You ever send her a dick pic? Yeah. It's probably tough with a rotary phone. Yeah. Give them a round of applause. Good sport. I sent my wife a dick pic. She just wrote back, "Who this?" You ever do butt stuff? Look how quiet again. My wife and I, we did butt stuff one time. One time we did butt stuff, and I'm just going to say this, my asshole still hurt. Oh, someone liked that way too much. I had a guy one time send me a dick pic by accident. It said, "Hey man, we're going to Ruth Chris Steakhouse. Here's a picture of your dessert." I call him, he says, "Oh my God, I'm sorry, it was a mistake." And I was like, "Does that mean we're not going to Ruth Chris?" My wife is mad at me. I want to see if you guys agree. She was at the mall, your local mall, and she's shopping for a dress. And she asked me that question no guy wants to get. She goes, "Do I look fat in this dress?" I'm trying to be funny, and I was like, "It depends." She was like, "Depends on what?" I was like, "How much is that dress?" She says $1,300. And I was like, "No." Fuck that, Lizzo. I'm not doing that shit. No. You guys are a couple? It's rude to ask you how old you are. How much do you weigh? Those are... sex changes as you get older. I just had a birthday. I just turned 40 or so. Yeah, my body's changing, man. Things are happening. Have you ever seen a melted candle? Or a hairless cat? My buddy has a hairless cat. The cat sniffed my phone, unlocked my facial recognition. Sex changes in the bedroom when you get older. Or the bedroom, I usually wear an Apple Watch. The Wi-Fi in the bedroom, I'm like 3 pumps in. The Apple Watch goes, "Are you on a walk?" I'm like, "No, Siri, I'm having sex." She's like, "Oh, do I need to open Apple Pay?" You guys farting in front of each other yet? No? You're answering that like you shit in front of each other. I farted 2 weeks ago in front of the wife. She's like, "You're disgusting." She farted this morning. And I was like, "You're disgusting." And she goes, "That wasn't a fart. That was an angel's whisper." I was like, "Your angel needs mouthwash." An angel's whisper. That made me laugh so hard I farted. Getting older, you gotta get medical procedures. I had to get a prostate exam. And when I get uncomfortable, I am inappropriate. This doctor walks in, he goes to grab the gloves. I put my hand on his hand. And I was like, "We won't need those." I said, "Let's raw dog this." He ran out of the office. The nurse walks in, she goes, "Oh, he said your prostate's fine." So I wanted to talk about my jobs a little bit. I'm actually a Naval veteran, retired from the police department. Is that a good thing? Yes. And I was a corporate trainer on the police department for over 20 years. And they made me the DARE officer, the DARE teacher, half of my career. Yeah, we all know how effective that program is. It's fucking front row of my honor students right here. Look at your beard. Turn it to them and show them your beard. If you're here, who's running the vape shop? I want to know. So no, I am a hypocrite. I got my medical marijuana card like 10 years ago. Do you realize what I'm telling you? I told these kids for years to just say no to drugs. It was my turn. I was like, fuck yeah, let's do this. And I was not good with the pot, man. I smoked way too much one time. I'm walking down the street to pick up my daughter from middle school. Yeah, I don't have a daughter, so. And we just adopted a dog. We adopted a retired canine officer. Yeah, sounds cute, right? Not cute when you have a medical marijuana card. We are fucking this dog up. Last time I was smoking, I think he wanted to call the police on me. I felt bad. I told the wife, I said, let's hide our stash in the closet. He's a drug sniffing dog. He found all of it, he ate all of it. I didn't even know dogs could do this. He comes running out of the bedroom, he had the biggest smile on his face. And we know he liked it because when we took him for a walk that night, he tried to lead us to the Taco Bell drive-thru. Someone asked me why I wanted to become a police officer. To be honest with you guys, discounted food. I don't know if you know, if you show your badge and ID at Chipotle, you get 50% off. If you show your gun, 100. Kentucky Fried Chicken gives cops 75% off. A lot of people don't know that. I got addicted to Kentucky Fried Chicken, started eating it every day. Like most cops are trying to make sergeant, I was trying to make colonel. Like I literally voted for Bernie Sanders because I thought he might be related to Colonel Sanders. Some of the Trump people were like, that better be a joke coming. I'll tell you a few more, I'll get out of here. I had a guy I pulled over one time, super drunk, right? Super crazy drunk. And I'm like, sir, if you step out of the car, I said, take the tip of your finger, touch the tip of your nose. He goes, I'm too drunk, man. You touched it. I did too. I was like, I got in trouble a little bit on a police department because of my sense of humor. Had a guy one time super drunk. He's like, fuck you, pig this, pig that. And as I'm putting the handcuffs on, he urinates himself. I got caught on the body camera going, I might be the pig, but you're the one that's gonna wee all over. I got 3 days off for that shit. You guys want a clean one or a dirty one? Dirty? All right, ladies, I think you can handle it. So I'm going to tell you my sexual fantasy with my dear wife, all right? My sexual fantasy with my dear wife is to wear my full police uniform and have her eat a donut off my wiener. She agreed to do it. She even agreed to buy the donut, but she didn't come home with the Krispy Kreme. She didn't come home with a Dunkin' Donut. She came home with a mini Hostess donut. What'd you say? Even that was too big? Fuck you, lady. Nah, my wife and I, we've been married a long time. If I'm being honest, my wife treats my penis like the sun. Like she knows it's up there, but she'll never look directly at it. Did I just, you snored? Someone snored. That's the biggest, she did. That's the biggest compliment to a comedian. He didn't know to laugh or breathe. If my next joke can queef, I'll retire right now. All right. This is an impression. I promise it won't be too bad. This is an impression of my dear wife giving a blowjob. Impression of my wife giving a blowjob. And I came.